Well, I told you I'd start recording these Kerbal Space Program games, and well, I finally got to the point where I can. So let's start out a new game, and I'll show you what's going on. I like to just do the science because I find career adds retarded difficulties. I do not like the all the funds and management of parts and all that because I can't go wild with it. So I'll stick with science since I like to do the research more. And let's not overwrite that. We'll name this, I don't know, we'll name it just for nostalgia's sake. And here we are. I guess we'll get right to it then. Building our very first vehicle and starting off collecting science. I like to get the basic launchpad science right off the bat so I can start unlocking parts and get into space as quickly as possible. And we'll get Jeb out of his vehicle after getting the crew report. And let's see here, EVA. And you notice I have inventory down here. I have the inventory mod that allows Kerbals to hold things, and I have Kerbal attachment systems included as well. So we will take a surface sample, and there we have our data for the first launch. And let's bring this back. There we go, 12 science. Now, since we're in the tech area right here, you can see this is the new tech tree from the version 1.2, I believe it is now. So all these nodes actually have a lot extra because I've also got the extra science mods, and there you can see one of the Kerbal items for being able to take parts out and attach them separately with a Kerbal. As well, I also have, let's see if I can find some, looking through here, I think it's right here. Yes, here we go. I also have one of the weapons mods, which I extremely enjoy because it adds quite a awesome selection of weapons. Granted, the game is only single player and you're only really blowing up the ships that you make, but it's good for clearing out like debris and all that. And then you can see here I have the screwdriver, which you give to your Kerbals to attach parts to their ships, and this is required, otherwise you can't actually attach the external parts or make like rovers from containers. Let's see, what else do I have? I believe it's somewhere close here. Yeah, another part from the Kerbal attachment system, the container and the container mount, which you can put these containers on the mounts, and then you have the Kerbals take the containers off and fly them around in space and attach these wherever you wish, or just set them down on the ground. Let's see. Yes, here we go. I really love the Infernal Robotics mod, so I installed the Infernal Robotics mod along with some of its expansion parts mods that add some of these really nice looking white pieces. And it also adds some robotic truss pieces that are really nice and much smaller to where you can get pretty crazy with your rover designs if you want to. And here's some more of those pieces. But all right, let's get the first few trees unlocked and move on. Now I need 20, 15, and 18. So we will see what science parts we've unlocked and get what we need. First off, I like to make sure I have the survivability parts attached, because sometimes I forget that after making a gigantic ship, so I need to make sure to keep an eye on that. So we'll go to Science, and always put the Science Junior container on. Always use the mystery goo. And I think we might actually do 3 of these. That way we can get measurements from several different altitudes. And then, actually, we won't put a magnetometer on there because I don't think we're going to get to a good altitude on this first flight. I don't know, let me see. We do have stacked decouplers, and we have several solid fuel boosters, but I don't want to stack a crap ton of fuel tanks. I can just take an extra flight and get to where I need to go. Plus, we do not have the heat shields, which now with the new update to Kerbal Space Program, you absolutely need them when you are first starting off, because you do take heat damage from re-entry. So we're not trying to deal with all that on our first flight. So I will go ahead and put a stacked decoupler on and just add 1 solid rocket booster. And we'll see where that gets us. We don't have any control. Just making sure we don't have anything. Well, I can put on some fins to help with stabilization. It's always a good thing starting out. Oh yes, and you can see the Kerbal inventory system has its own special tab to where I can go ahead and automatically give my Kerbals these items. And obviously I can't do anything with them here. I need to unlock the boxes, the storage boxes, in order to give them to them. So we'll go ahead and launch this. And I better turn down the sound because I do not know how loud this will be through the speakers and whether it will deafen me. Alright, turn on the SAS and get our initial science from one of the mystery goo. There we go. Now launch. And as I gain in altitude, I'll go ahead and start using the other sciences. Oh, we're picking up a lot of speed here. I probably should have downgraded the thrust on this. We probably aren't going to get any higher than that. But that's okay. We are just starting off, and I'm not trying to get everything all at once. So observe material bay, observe mystery goo, keep that, and keep that. And maybe see if we can use the aerodynamics of this craft to get us in the water so we can record even more science. And I just now noticed you can see the ridges now in the water. Maybe that's just because I've upgraded my graphics card and now it's able to render that. It doesn't look like we have enough aerodynamics. I should put fins on the sides. That's okay though. Only our second launch. And I think I may time warp a little bit just to get this landing over with. And we nosedive. Now, safer than sorry. Oh, can't pitch the craft up, so I will just deploy the parachute and slow us down. I like to turn SAS off, that way my craft actually orients along with the length of the parachute. Since we're not on the landing pad, I should be able to get one more mystery goo science experiment off. I could have actually added another Science Junior to it and done another one away from the landing pad, but I did not. Coming down. And, oh, well, that didn't work. Obviously, I'm still getting used to the new updates and the craft's damage capabilities. So we will just do this, and I will make up for that science being destroyed. So recover vessel, let's see how much we got. And we got 20. That's enough to at least unlock one more. So let's see. We want more survivability, so I think I'm going to go with the extra parachutes and the landing gear. And here's our first heat shield, so we do not have to worry about coming in too hot. I do like the stability, and it also opens these radial decouplers, which makes construction of a larger craft a lot easier, but we're not really worried about that. And then I also have, obviously, general rocketry, which will just allow me to get more altitude, but we're going with survivability, especially since I destroyed that Science Junior. And I think I'm going to end the video there. Tell me if you guys like it, if you want to see more. I know I told you guys I would probably do a series of this. If you're interested, let me know, and I'd appreciate it. All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later.